really enjoyed our conversation last time, Steve.
Yeah, and I did too. And but I have to remind you, do you remember what I asked you about a buggy ride you took up here in Lancaster County?
I totally forgot about this.
No,
I
see?
do remember.
Well,
Because you're the only one of 100 interviews about that book to ask me about my Lancaster genuine Amish buggy ride.
That's right. And not many people get to do that. And so I just have to remind everybody just how special you are. So, oh, man. So I was looking back. That was actually our podcast number 112. We are now on 139. So it was about a year ago already, and we still recognize each other. How about that?
Yeah, there you
go. So there's probably a few listeners here or watchers, viewers that may not know a whole lot about sort of your backstory. So I would love if you could just take a few minutes, share a little bit about how you got into what you're doing, and then we'll talk about this book that I'm going to introduce in just a minute. Would you do that?
Yeah, I'd love to. Hey guys, my name is Jordan Rayner. I'm a follower of Jesus first and foremost, living in Tampa, Florida with my beautiful bride, Kara, and our 3 young daughters, Ellison, who's 10, Kate, who's 8, and Emery, who we had the joy of adopting at birth about 5 years ago. Professionally, I've spent 15 years as a tech entrepreneur. And in addition to that work for the last 5 or 6 years now, I've also been spending a lot of time creating content for who I call mere Christians, right? Believers in Jesus like me, who are not pastors, are not donor-supported missionaries, but who work as entrepreneurs and teachers and baristas. And Steve, I am obsessed with, number one, encouraging mere Christians that their work is just as sacred and eternally significant as that of their pastor. But also, number two, challenging mere Christians to glorify God more fully in and through their work. And that's really why I wrote the book that we're going to talk about today, 5 Mere Christians, this collection of what we're calling binge-worthy biographies of men and women who show us what it looks like practically to glorify God through our seemingly secular work.